Hey there. Happy Monday. How are you? It's a dreary Monday where I am. I hope it's better than that for you. It's actually warm though. It's pretty warm. It's rainy, but pretty warm. So I'm not complaining. It's not as sunny as the weekend was here, at least Saturday. So, anyway, today is Monday, and Mondays, I like to talk about mindset, something that can make a difference for your week, maybe a different perspective on something that you haven't thought about. So that's what my Monday intention always is. So if you're listening, I would love for you to say hello. This is streaming in one, two, three, four, five, six different places. So I won't see comments from every place live, but I will get back and respond afterwards. But I would love to have you say hello if you're listening. And if you have any thoughts about what I'm saying or questions, please pop them in. Like, yeah, I've thought of that. No, that doesn't make sense to me, whatever it is. It's always funner for me than just talking to myself on the screen. So, hey, Patricia, thank you. Thank you. Hey, Patricia from Kansas and Deb from Maine. How are you? Yay, thank you. And two familiar friends and faces. So I appreciate that. So this morning, I don't know if you saw my coffee conversation this morning, but it was about the inner voice in our head that we all have. And what I noticed after about like an hour of posting that, it had over 200 views. So I thought, oh, sorry. I thought that is a pertinent topic for people, right? Because if that many people noticed the title and thought, let me watch that, it's because we all have an inner voice in our head. And most of the time, that inner voice is saying pretty negative things. And that's because it's there to protect us. You know, there's your ego is involved. What the ego does is sort of keep us protected, keep us in the comfortable, familiar. But it also can be negative, like discouraging us from doing things as a way of protecting us. But actually, one woman did respond to that video this morning with, yeah, my voice in my head is always negative. So it's that incessant chattering that never stops, but it'll say things like, not good enough, too old, not smart enough, not tall enough, all the things, right? It's not for you, it's for other people. Hi, Facebook user. Yes, Patricia, the hamstring string wheel. So just trying to keep the dog happy over here on my side. So for your Monday mindset, like just actually being aware that that voice is continually going and it's going to probably say something negative. And it's not really the truth. It's not you or who you are. It's just a voice in our head, and it's coming from, you know, as I said, protecting us, making sure we stay safe and comfortable. But safe and comfortable isn't always the right place for us to be. Sometimes safe and comfortable is actually pretty damaging, right? But it's what we know. So for your mindset this week, I thought, what if you actually just started to listen to your voice as something different, separate from you? Like, it's not the truth, and it's not even really me. It's just this separate chattery thing that goes on in my head, and let me notice it and then actually decide for myself whether I like what it's saying or not. You know, like, does that resonate with what I really feel inside? Does that resonate with what I really want? And if it doesn't, then you have the opportunity to say, okay, thank you. I'm not going to keep listening, but I'm actually going to choose something different. So that's the mindset magic for today, is saying I'm separate from my incessant chattery voice in my head. I know it's not real, and I'm going to actually say something different when I hear it, especially when I hear it and it's keeping me small. It's keeping me in familiar, comfortable when I would rather go do something else. It's keeping me worried, right? So you can just practice with little things like, if you're a person, this was me, if you're a person who always deflects compliments, right? Somebody gives you a compliment, oh, that looks great on you. And you right away go, oh, no, it doesn't really. Or, oh, no, I think it's too small. Or whatever you say to deflect the compliment, just practice, oh, thank you. So you practice saying something. Now, I know that's a voice not inside your head. I know that's somebody giving you a compliment, but it's starting to practice the automatic way that we have in life. And so that automatic, oh, no, it isn't, is coming from your voice. It is coming from the, no, I really don't block the blessing, Patricia says. Yes, in terms of compliments. So that this example, I'm using compliments, but that voice that would have you say, oh, no, it isn't, or that response comes from that voice in your head. Like, no, I really don't look great today, or whatever else you might be saying. So that's one example, but it could be something else. It could be when the voice inside your head says, that's too much for me. I'm overwhelmed. I can't do that. You have an opportunity to say, hold on. Am I really overwhelmed, or am I just used to hearing that and then agreeing with it? Could I really actually do this? So it's an opportunity to start to separate from that voice in your head, not treat it like it knows everything in the world, not treat it like it is the truth. And that applies to not only yourself, but actually like the world, right? We have that voice in our head. It's really just this constant opinion. And it might be saying something about the people in your life, and you listen to it like it's the truth, but maybe it's not. Maybe and the place that, or the ways that that voice gets created is through like our family upbringing, like let's say money, right? If you grew up in a household and money doesn't grow on trees and you have to work hard for your money and all of that, then every time in your life something around spending money comes up, that voice in your head will bring back those messages. So the voice in the head gets created from our childhood. It gets created from our own different experiences or what people influenced us with, but it's not necessarily the truth, and it's not true every time. So yeah, so that's the mindset today, is I'm going to actually start to see if I can get some control, some sovereignty over myself, and not just listen blindly to that voice, especially when it's negative. So as I said, somebody responded to me this morning, but I always get comments like this. I don't think I can, whatever the reasoning is, but it's a negative sort of keep you small slant. So so that's my Monday mindset. I'm just going to throw down the challenge to you this week, and I would love to hear if you take it on, what you notice, if you actually stop yourself, if you actually say something different. What happens? What possibilities open up in your life? And the last thing I want to say about that is there's a lot of people in my groups who might be listening who have had really difficult things in their life, really, really difficult challenges, losses, hurts. And part of what the voice in their head says is, I'm not going to do X again because I'm going to be hurt again. So if it was a betrayal in a relationship, I'm not going to give my love again because I'm going to be hurt again. That's the voice in the head. Or I'm not going to go out and try to do something, start my own business, change my job, because the last time I did that, it didn't work out. And so, I don't know if you know this about Michael Jordan, but Michael Jordan tells his story that the reason he became one of the best basketball players ever is because of all his failures. And in fact, he was cut from his high school basketball team. He was cut. Coach said, you're not good enough, right? He finished high school. He kept working at it. He didn't listen to whatever doubts and negativity other people brought him, or to his own fears. He just kept at it and kept that vision of what he wanted. So that's what's possible for you. You may not want to be the best basketball player ever, but you may want to have a new great relationship. You may want to start a business. You may want to be able to move from the past and create something different. But that voice in your head keeps convincing you that you can't. So start in small ways this week, little ways, accepting a compliment when usually you don't. Noticing that you stop yourself and then saying, you know what, I'm gonna go ahead and do that anyway, in little ways, right? Like, oh my gosh, look at the time, I'm never gonna get there. Hold on. I think I can totally get there. Let me just rethink what I'm doing. All of those ways that that voice is trying to protect you, but it's actually limiting your life. Okay. So that's my Monday mindset. Let me see what I want to tell you this week. On Thursday is the Body Revival Part 2. I'll have a post again about it later today. It's at 1 o'clock Eastern Time, and it's a workshop. You have to register for it because I want to see faces and do work with people. So you need to register for it. And yeah, even if you can't attend, you need to register. And then if you can't make it at that time, you'll get the recording of it. So you want to do that. And what else is going on this week? And then a live on Friday will be a different topic than today. And yeah, all the other regular stuff, the morning coffee things, coffee conversations, all that stuff. But the workshop is on Thursday and another live Friday afternoon. Okay. So thank you for saying hello. Thank you for listening. Thank you for listening to the replay later, if that's what you do. And I would love to have your input throughout the week. If you try taking that on a little bit, try handling that voice. Tell it to shut up. Okay. Have a good day.